Happy National Bosses Day to all the bosses out there. Hopefully today you get honored and showered with gifts from your employees for being such a fantastic leader. I love our boss here, Cam.
Me too.
I said that yesterday. She walked out of here after we met with her, and I said in private to LauRen and our staff here, I go, I love Cameron. She's such a great boss. And this is her first program director job, and she's in a big city in Charlotte.
Yep.
You know, two big egos in this room, lots of egos outside this room. And she does great.
I just like how Cameron handles people. Like, you can tell that she, like, truly cares. And she's like, okay, so what I'm hearing is, and, like, she'll repeat it back to you. Where, like, some bosses will just be like, all right, so we're good? And you're like, did you hear anything I said? Like, you feel like you've been listened to.
Like our boss, Quagmire, sometimes comes in and he has his own agenda. And you have to tell him like 5 times before he goes, oh, wait, I see what you're saying.
Right.
And then our big boss, Mac, is amazing. Love Mac, too. So our bosses here, we're pretty well set. But the question that we love throwing out there on National Bosses Day isn't to brag about your boss or tell us how horrible your boss is, although this could tie into it. We always like to hear the stories of, like, what'd you do for your boss that was weird? Like, what did your boss ask you to do that you were like, huh? It's kind of outside the scope of my job, but sounds fun. I'll do it. Like, for instance, when Walter was our big boss here, before Matt came, there was a tree down in his backyard, and he'd heard me talk about how I like to cut trees and stuff. So me and the old guys that used to work on the show went to his house, and we cut a tree in his backyard, and he was as grumpy about the project there
As he was
here in the building.
Yeah.
Does that sound on?
Yeah, it sounds on brand.
Sounds on brand.
Yeah.
I was like, wait a minute. I can't be an idiot outside.
Right.
I'm here to help you.
You're welcome. I'll take a thank you.
And Maney, you're cutting the wood the wrong way, you idiot. I go, how could you cut the wood the wrong way? I'm cutting it down. That's what you're supposed to do. What about you, though? Like, is there a boss that stands out for you that you either loved or didn't like?
So the person that I'm thinking of, and I don't want to say where it is, but it was a love-hate relationship because, like, I got to do really cool things because of this boss, but this boss also knew that I could handle, how do I say this nicely?
The crap in the
dirty old men of the world, and I would get sent to deal with them as opposed to the other women in the office because...
Wait, what? Like, what would you have to do?
So... I'm not going to say, because I've worked for lots of hotels, but it was a specific hotel where there may or may not have been a casino. And when there were casino events, the dirty old men came out. And then you have to be like, all right, sir, let's go.
Okay.
Like, not appropriate, you
okay.
know.
Yeah, here's
and
one
I'd
of the dirty old men now.
have to put people nicely in their places.
Are you being dirty and rude to LauRen? You heard me. Don't act like you didn't hear me.
or if somebody was being feisty with one of our other women in the office, then I would have to go over and be like, sir, if you don't keep your hands to yourself, we're going to have to ask security to escort you out of here. So apologize and let's just keep our hands to ourselves. Got it?
By the way, jump in on this conversation and tell us, because without you telling us the weird things that your boss has asked you to do, then we don't have a story for you, because LauRen and I, we feel like if a boss asks us to do something like go cut a tree or whatever, like we're into that. I'm like, all right, I'm on.
Yeah.
Or if our big boss, Mac or Quagmire, said, hey, will you help me pick out something on this website for my wife?
Oh.
All in. No big deal. But there's people out there that had to do weird jobs for their bosses. I had this one boss in radio, LauRen, who we thought lied to us about everything. He told us he was a pilot. We're like, there's no way he's a pilot.
Do I know him?
No.
Okay.
He dresses like, I don't know. He dressed like, just like your typical dad, just doing like outdoor work, like never like stains on his shirt all the time. He told us he lived in a huge house. We're like, there's no way he had a boat, blah, blah, blah. Lie after lie after lie. It was all true.
No way.
I swear it was all true. We were so shocked. Like somebody texted in and said, I'm a nanny. I've had lots of bizarre requests.
Oh, I'm sure.
Worst was driving 45 minutes to an Asian specialty store for some noodles that she didn't even ever use. But I had to go to that store. Another boss gave me severe acid reflux from stress, but others have been amazing. And someone else texted and said that they're a hairstylist and their boss had a baby. So I was not only her assistant, but I was her nanny at work. I'd strap the baby on me and do shampoos and blowouts.
Oh, my gosh. That's hilarious.
Hey, Nicole, how about you?
I worked at a restaurant down here in Gastonia. It's a very well-known restaurant, but I opened it one morning. It was around the holidays, and my boss come in early, and he said, I'll let you go home early if you'll go Christmas shopping for my wife. I said, well, where am I going? He said, Ulta. I said, do you want to pay me to go shopping at Ulta?
I'm going to say you did that.
Oh, I absolutely did that.
100%.
You got to go shopping at Ulta. You probably got a little something for yourself, and you got out of work early.
Yes.
Now,
Win.
Were you at all, Nicole, concerned that what if she didn't like the gift and that came back to burn you?
He had certain items he definitely wanted me to pick out, and he was like, you're a girl. Y'all have a lot in common. You know what's better.
Thanks for sharing. Somebody else said I was an accountant, and my boss randomly asked me to install running boards on his truck. Okay.